the first things that I wanted to talk to you about is before you start your business, what are some things that you really need to consider? And the first one is, who are you trying to sell your t-shirts to? Who is your target market, and why this is important? The reason this is really important is because when you focus your marketing efforts, you're going to be focusing on your target market. So if let's say you want to target stay-at-home moms with your t-shirts, obviously you're not going to spend your money targeting skateboarders. So you really need to have a clear idea of who your target market is and focus your efforts on marketing mostly to them. The next thing that you really should think about is, how much time do you want to spend on your t-shirt business? Is this going to be a full-time job for you? Is it going to be a part-time? Is it going to be more like a hobby? And how much time do you really want to spend? And how much time do you have to spend on your t-shirt business? The other thing that's really important is, how much money do you have and how much money do you want to invest in your business? Do you want to start out with $500? Do you want to start out with $5,000, $10,000? How much savings or how much credit cards do you have right now that you can spend on your t-shirt business? And then the next thing is, how much money do you want to make? And I think this is really important, because if you want to turn this into a full-time job, you want to know how much money you want to make with it. And you want to know how to set your goals, how many t-shirts you need to sell per month or per week in order to make the money that you want to make with your t-shirt business. And you have to be very specific, whether it's $500 a month or $3,000 a month. The other thing that I think is really important when you start out is, do you want to work by yourself or do you want to work with someone else? And the reason that's important is because, are you the type of person who likes to do everything themselves, and you want to do your design, you want to do your printing, you basically want to just run your shop? Or do you know someone who has really great sales skills and you want to partner up with them and have them help you with sales while you're doing the design? So that's something that you should also consider as you're getting your company off the ground. And then the other thing that I think is important is, what are your strengths and weaknesses, and what do you really like to do? Because if you're really good at sales but not good at design, it doesn't make sense for you to be designing your t-shirts, and it's probably better off if you either hire someone to do it or work with someone, a friend or someone else who can do that for you. So it's really important to decide who you want to work with, or if you want to do everything by yourself. One of the last things is, do you want to do retail or wholesale? And what I mean by retail is selling directly to the customer through your website, through local fairs, or just being directly in front of the customer. And wholesale means selling your shirts to other stores that are going to sell them in turn for you. And this is really important to decide, because it'll really help you with your pricing and how to price your t-shirts when you first start out. And then the last thing that I really want you to consider is, why do you really want to do this? Do you have a passion for design? Do you think you have a great idea that everybody's going to buy into? Why is it that you're really doing this? And I think this is going to come into play a lot as you're working those late nights and spending all your money on your t-shirt business. So you just constantly want to remind yourself, why am I doing this? Why is it important? What sort of a difference am I going to make with my t-shirts?